Good morning to you. In Isaiah, I believe it's chapter 1, verse 16, it says, "If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land." Well, a lot of people say, well, I'm willing, all right, and I'm doing my best to obey. Well, let's don't deal with the obedience. That's another day. But watch this. If you be willing and obedient, you shall have the best. Now, what that is saying is if you're not willing not to have it, willing there is an action word. Like over in the 10th chapter of the book of Mark, I think around verse 42 or 43, blind Bartimaeus said, I'm not willing to be blind anymore. And he began to cry out. And when everybody said, oh, be quiet, man, hush, be quiet, he cried out the louder. He didn't let people talk him out of having the best. And the Bible says when he arose, when Jesus called for him, and he arose, he flung away his outer coat. That was his beggar man's coat. The reason he flung it away is because he knew he wasn't going to need it anymore, because he's going to receive his healing from God. So I want to say this to you again. If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land or have the very best. But that word willing is an action word. Excuse me for saying it this way, I ain't willing to have no more of this stuff that the devil tells me I got to have. I ain't going to have no poverty no more. I'm not going to be sick anymore. I'm not putting up with it. The devil's defeated. He doesn't have a right to put this on me, and I am willing to have the very best that God has for me. I told you a lot of times, I'm going to say it a lot here in the next few days, sympathy is for wimps. And there was only two people that went in to receive the promise, Joshua and Caleb, but they didn't let that other 3 million Jews talk them out of having God's best. So you be willing today and obedient, and you'll have the very best. So until I'm with you tomorrow, I want you to remember all day, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the Word, it works.